Late spring and early summer brings the beautiful abundance of yellow flowers found along every canal, river, and even in plenty of wet grassland. So let's have a little study of the buttercup. Laying down the sketch before we get the ink out so that we know exactly where the plant is going to be. Starting with the flowers because, obviously, they are the main part. Adding stems, buds, and finally the leaves so that when we get home we've got a good reference of what it is we've been painting. Getting the outline in, and this is a 02 nib. Not having it too thick or too thin, just enough so that we can see it. I also find that you can actually get quite a lot of thin line and thick line differentiation with this pen, so it's a good one for carrying out and about. Adding bits of detail, stems, buds, little leaflets, but then I got distracted. I discovered a little friend on my coat. This is a little tortoiseshell butterfly caterpillar. Who knows where he came from? I'm not sat under any trees, but there he is climbing all over me. And back to the drawing. Now's the time to add any detailing, any crimping, any little veins in the leaves or petals. Don't go too crazy though, remember you want to see the colour. Just enough to make it look more 3D. A little bit more, and there it is finished. You could even leave it at just line art. Daler Rowney and Schminker watercolours. Let's get ready to go, guys. This is all about capturing the colour, guys. You want to get the colours as you see them in the real world, so that when you take it home and do your real studies and your paintings in your grimoire, you know exactly what colours to mix. Don't trust that camera, trust your own eyes. Greens can be difficult, so I tend to block it out in a mid-range green, like this one, Hooker's Green. And then once you get to the point where you're wanting to add a little detail, make the highlights, you can add a yellow like cadmium or a white to bring the shine onto the leaf and give it that little bit more detail. But make sure you're trying to capture the real colours. And once you've got all the main colours down, add the darkness, and always add darker than you think. It's going to dry lighter, but on top of that you want to remember where the shadows lie, where the sun is hitting exactly, so that when you do the home studies and add it to your grimoire, it will look more and more realistic. And now we're adding the stamens. As I added these, I realised that it was pretty difficult to see it with just the same yellow. So I added a little bit more red into the mix, just to make it more obvious and highlight these things, along with the green in the centre of the stamen. As I said before, you can add over the top and blend it in with watercolours, and in this instance I realised I'd not got enough highlight for the sunlight on the leaves, so I added some pure titanium white and blended it through. And there it is, folks, all finished. Just waiting for it to dry before it goes back in the bag. I hope you've enjoyed this little paint with me. Let me know in the comments below. Hey folks, I'm out with the boo. She's there, hiding, keeping me safe. And today we've been drawing buttercups. And there's a little story about this gorgeous flower. If you put it under your chin and it glows yellow, it does mean that you do like butter. Shall we find out? %. Yes, we do. Like and subscribe for more videos, or come over to Patreon to find out how the grimoire is built. See you next time. Toodaloo!